My name is Andre Loy and I'm the president of iPhone Organics International, and I'm also an organic farmer, and coincidentally I started farming organically in 1972. For a start, the world actually produces 2.5 times the amount of food that we need to feed everybody now, and most of that is wasted in a very inefficient marketing and supply system. So one of the problems with that is that the people who really need the food don't have the money to pay for it. At the other end of the equation, the people who don't need it are getting too much of it. So we actually now have more people who are overweight and obese than the amount of people who are hungry. You know, most of the food that is produced by industrial agriculture are empty calories. And one of the reasons why we have an obesity epidemic is because people are eating food empty of nutrition and just getting calories. The issue that we don't have enough agricultural land is also, I think, one that can be easily pulled apart. We actually have a lot of agricultural land and it is not being used efficiently. The other issue I'd like to get down to is when we look at who is hungry. The current paradigm, if we use the current industrial paradigm and we increase production, that will not feed the hungry. We're not feeding them now, despite the fact we produce 2.5 times the amount of food. If we doubled that, we still won't feed them, simply because they can't buy it. We actually need to change the very system, and that means what we need to do is get back to who is producing the food that we eat, and how do we get it to the people who are hungry, that we're actually getting the food produced where it's needed by the people who need it, which is what the current system can't do. And what I want to say about this is it's actually a very simple solution. We don't have to invent any more technologies. We don't need to do any more research. All we need to do is educate, train, scale up existing good practices. We could feed the world tomorrow. What it's about, very importantly, you see it, is this concept of self-empowerment, self-respect. There's no respect in poverty, abject poverty, but these people now feel empowered. Once again, you've reversed the drain of farmers leaving the countryside into the city. The children can come back now. There's a future. You get the whole sense of community, of village life, which is very important. If you just send a letter, like the letter sent in 1972, it'll just gather dust. And maybe in 44 years' time, there'll be some other people who get interested in it. Getting back to what was said in 1972, you know, the CAP started as a great idea. But what we find is that most subsidies actually distort markets. And so as a result, you know, the best way to put it is that the CAP rewards the richest farmers over the poorest farmers. The focus needs to be on ecological approaches and getting farmers to adopt good ecological approaches